It's week 4 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Rams and the Colts, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And look at this, right away a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First play, and Bennett throwing. And incomplete to open things up. You look at this Colt defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
1st and 10, here's Bennett. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. The numbers a week ago for Kupp, 10 catches, 84 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
2nd down and 4. Bennett looking to throw. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 33. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Heck of a start for him here, Charles, on this opening drive, and they're doing it all through the air. That's 4 snaps and 4 passes so far.
I do think that there's an argument, Brandon, to maybe mix in a running play or 2, but the way that these offenses are constructed, you can get that done with swing passes and checkdowns. The way they're throwing it, I'd keep pressing it downfield.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the Rams are 1 and 2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1 and 2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot. Find a way to win some games and keep moving forward.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And this one is right down the middle. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Colts to take over for the first time, and leading the way is the number 4 pick in the draft out of Florida. Here's Anthony Richardson.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 36-yard line.
Richardson now on second down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. You talk about this Rams defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
They held them to well under 200 yards of total offense. That's a number you can really focus on, too, because the way offenses run in today's game, they're usually pretty smooth, and they give you a lot of misdirection, a lot of trickery. They were able to hold in there and stuff it.
A big play there on the catch and run, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Third and long always tilts to the defense, and I just remember as a player how many times he was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Second down, here's Richardson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. 3rd and long for Richardson. And this is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A 62-yard attempt.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. And Bennett will look to throw. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And Kupp going to pick up a Rams first down as he'll get this up across the 30-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Bennett. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Bennett. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start 1st and 10. Richardson to throw off play action. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Richardson on 2nd and 10. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Richardson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll go up the middle here with Moss. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Zach Moss, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. L.A. readies for its next possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their 1st interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Bennett. And that one complete downfield to Cup. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Back to the air yet again. Bennett. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from drawing level. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Richardson working from the gun. The short throw pulled in by Woods. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This one into the hands of Will Mallory.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Richardson looking to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Richardson shotgun on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Landry now on the return.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
A final shot before the half. Richardson. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Richardson looking to throw this. And his throw is incomplete. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, here's Richardson. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over first and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come up first and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Bennett fakes a handoff, now to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And in the second half of the tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Bennett to the air on first and 10. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Sticking to the aerial attack, here's Bennett. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now we've got a third down and 3. Looking to throw here. Bennett. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
First and 10. Here's Bennett. Middle of the field to Jefferson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 8-yard line.
Bennett now. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 17-10 score. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Richardson out of the shotgun. He finds his man, complete. That's Moss. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff to Moss on the option. And he's got some space here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
1st and 10. Richardson looks to throw it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. Richardson now on 2nd down. Over the middle into the hands of Woods. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They're going to run for it. It's Moss. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a 1st down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, LA! Van Jefferson, 72 yards. And the Rams are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the Colts coming out now. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Going right back to Akers. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 3rd and 1. Here's Bennett to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
4th down. Here's Bennett. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So Richardson and the Colts now down by 2 touchdowns. Just over 1:40 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Richardson to throw it. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Here's Richardson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So the LA Rams with a victory here, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for LA, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.